9 News.
It's been a few months now since the Supreme Court ruled in favor of Grants Pass in that landmark case surrounding camping and sleeping in public places like parks. We've talked about how it's been playing out up in the Portland area and even closer to home in our region. But how are things playing out in the city that was at the center of it all? Let's see what our Portland news partners found in our Oregon in Crisis coverage tonight. Even in the face of the SCOTUS ruling, cities in Oregon still have to follow a state law passed in 2021 that controls how cities deal with homeless camps. House Bill 3115 requires cities to create objectively reasonable rules involving the camps. In Grants Pass, their version of those rules includes 4 designated campsites. The city manager says their obligation ends at making those available.
While it is our goal to provide as much support as possible, it is equally important that we do so in a way that protects the city from potential legal liabilities.
On the other side of things here, homeless advocates argue the campsites lack things like shade, water, and additional bathroom facilities, creating conditions they call cruel, especially during weather like the heat month like the weather like the heat wave last month.
I do appreciate the fact that you're not required to put up covered awnings, but when it's 100 degrees outside, which it's supposed to be this weekend, and you have people who can't walk, and there's a lot of them in there, you are going to have medical emergencies. It's inevitable.
Counselors heard arguments on both sides during the public comment. One side says the city needs to offer more. The other side says they should actually offer less. They don't want designated sites, period. Another council member chimed in saying the city has done enough.
What I mean by the city has done its part, I mean that we have provided a place for people to be. Any service that we provide as a city here moving forward, we need to be prepared to provide that service in perpetuity, theoretically, forever. I'm not willing to do that.
The city council voted to allow nonprofits to provide the shade, water, and benches at the camps. The city itself would maintain sanitation standards and provide things like dog waste bags and cigarette butt collection cans. Previously, people were only allowed to spend 3 days at one of the campsites before they had to move on to another one. Now it's a week. It took a tie-breaking vote from the mayor to pass these decisions, by the way. One counselor who voted to increase the time says she doesn't understand the point of moving these people around week after week, a sentiment that's been echoed by many since the SCOTUS ruling.
I've really encouraged this council to look to the future, have an ounce of vision, and ask what the next goal is after that. Is it to get these people back into housing, or is it to be cruel?
In many others, like Oregon and across the nations, Grants Pass is grappling with how to navigate the Supreme Court's decision. Current Governor Tina Kotek was the only chief sponsor of 3115 back in 2021 when she was the Speaker of the House. When asked if she thought the law should be changed, she said not for now. She wants to see it enforced before considering any changes.